An overnight fire prompted evacuation warnings to residents living near the southwestern edge of Scottsbluff. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the state fire marshal has been called to investigate a massive fire that ignited on the west edge of West Overland. Initial reports indicate that the fire was in grass and trees and spreading quickly towards structures. The fire was reportedly to have engulfed some outbuildings, and it was unclear if any primary structures were impacted. Shortly after 11 p.m. Thursday, the fire spread rapidly to the north and west and threatened additional structures along Colt Lane and briefly jumped Highway 92. That rapid progression prompted authorities to advise those residents living north of West Overland and west of South Beltline to prepare to evacuate. The Scottsbluff Fire Department is called in to attack the fire to provide structure protection to homes and primary buildings in the area. There were some structures destroyed near the old Colt radio station building, and more information about this blaze will be updated on our website as more information becomes available. Well, a 35-year-old Gering man has been arrested on attempted first-degree murder charges following a shooting in the Main Street Market parking lot in Scottsbluff. Alexander Maldonado is accused of shooting 34-year-old Martin Maldonado Jr. in the chest shortly after 5 p.m. Thursday. Officers arrived on scene shortly after and were able to take the shooter into custody while the victim was transported to Regional West for treatment. Alexander Maldonado is expected to make his first appearance on charges Friday morning in Scottsbluff County Court. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Welcome back. An arrest warrant has been issued for the man charged in a May crash in Morrill County that claimed the lives of a husband and wife from Albuquerque, New Mexico. 31-year-old Aldo Hernandez Meza was slated to be arraigned on misdemeanor charges of motor vehicle homicide, failure to yield, and no operator's license on Wednesday in Morrill County Court. However, he was able to post bond and failed to appear to this week's court hearing, prompting a fresh warrant for his arrest to be issued. Authorities say in May, Hernandez Meza was attempting to enter a construction site on Highway 385 and failed to yield the right-of-way to a truck. The crash killed occupants Charles and Linda Deeker and injured their son, Bruce. Staying in Morrill County now, as a Bridgeport man facing charges in two separate cases in district court will not be standing trial. 21-year-old David Sinks was facing 8 charges, including felony failure to render aid in connection to a 2021 injury accident. Additionally, he was facing 4 charges, including felony strangulation in a domestic assault case. However, this week in district court, County Attorney Travis Rodak signed off on a plea agreement that eliminated the felonies and had Sinks pleading no contest to 5 misdemeanor charges. He faces up to 3 years in jail if he receives consecutive maximum sentences when he's back in court on October 3rd. And one law enforcement agency in the Panhandle is celebrating a milestone they achieved last week. Alliance City Manager Seth Sorensen says it is with great pride to announce that the Alliance Police Department has received accredited status from the state of Nebraska. Sorensen says accreditation is a testament to the dedication and sacrifice of the police force in order to excel in their field. He says this also assures that the department is conforming to the best practices in law enforcement. We'll have more news right after this.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Welcome to the FNBO Fridays in the Field, being brought to you by the Great Big Small Bank. I'm Susan Littlefield. Quentin Keneally is who we are following this growing season. So let's talk about some pictures that you posted here, about a week and a half ago or less. Mother Nature kind of threw you guys for a loop with some storm damage.
Yeah, we had another wind event come through, about another 75 mile an hour, I think what the airport reported. So it blew over a little bit of our irrigated, gate pipe irrigated corn. So luckily it was right before tassel, kind of right at, so it's starting to stand back up all right. So we're kind of lucking out there. That was kind of our second wind event here in probably the last month. So
I was just going to ask you that. You've had two come through. What type of stress factors are you going to see that putting on the crop?
I think we just got a little bend at the bottom of the corn, and the soybeans are still standing tall, so we should be all right there. And then the corn was young enough, it should be standing back up. So there was a little bit of green snap around the edges, so a little bit of loss there. But other than that, I think we're coming back pretty good. So just getting drier and drier.
Yeah, the dryness was my next thought to ask you. How bad are things right now? And I saw a couple of videos where you've got the young management out there helping you get the irrigation going.
Oh yeah, management's good. So he is I open the gates and he closes them, so it cuts our time in half out there, so we can get back home and enjoy the girls. So but these pivots are fun, so I'm babysitting one here. I basically just drive around in circles babysitting pivots all day and then changing gates morning and night. And we got a little irrigated corn behind me here, and gotta stop it before it gets to the road because I got trust issues. They work sometimes and sometimes they don't when the stops. So out here babysitting a little bit.
Well, we were hoping to be there in person because we wanted to talk a little bit about a test plot area that you have. We had the chance last time we were there to kind of walk out and view it. Let's talk about why you have some test plots and what you like to see come out of that.
Yeah, we were always, seems like there's always something new every year. So we like to test out the different products and see what works and what doesn't, and put it all in one field where you can see it side by side is a great way to do that. And then we've got some moisture probes out here. So we're tracking our water usage through the year and what we're putting on. So we got a little bit of judgment there, and you can see in the dirt and where the roots are and how much rain you need to get through the next week. So we're kind of putting plans together with that. And then started irrigating soybeans last week too, which is somewhat early. We usually make those in August, usually pump a lot of water in August. And here it was the middle of July when we started. So just a little change. Everything, it seems like everything's a little bit ahead, just so hot out and dry.
Well, Quentin, there's been so many folks talking about worries about insects and fungus issues. What are you seeing on your operation? And is that a problem right now for you guys?
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of insects are bad. Japanese beetles took over the area here probably a couple weeks, so we had to tackle some ends and spray some ends on there to get them out of there. And then we started applying fungicide to corn last week, and I think they're getting finished up today. And then we're turning in maps for soybeans to get fungicide on, but haven't heard of a lot of disease pressure. So hopefully we're just kind of do it to help them stand through the harvest. That's kind of why we do it.
What do you like, besides the fact that hopefully irrigation will slow down if you get some rain, but what do you like about this time of year and farming?
The best part's just seeing the corn. We got brown silks now, so making sure those kernels finish out and see how big that corn can get, because we love our Nebraska corn and we have the best, so got to get that in there.
What are you looking for in the next 6 weeks before we come back to visit you once again?
Oh, probably just make sure this corn finishes strong, and then we don't put a lot of water on the beans right now, so we're just kind of keeping them moistened up, and then we'll usually start irrigating those a little bit more in the August. So just trying to make sure everything stays alive till that point. And I don't know, we'll just hopefully no more weather events and keep doing our rain dances. That's about all we can do. And other than that, we just drive around in circles, keep making it rain.
Well, you enjoy some upcoming family time, and I appreciate it. And we will see you back on your farm in about 6 weeks. Quentin Keneally's been joining us for this week's FNBO Fridays in the Field. I'm Susan Littlefield, as we're virtually, but still on the East Coast of Nebraska.
I really like how our OB department takes our limited amount of doctors and turns it into a strength. Even though we only have a couple of people, you get to know them well over your entire pregnancy. We have 2 state-of-the-art labor rooms that are new with our last addition. We have a couple of very nice postpartum rooms also right here in the hospital, so they can get as much time with mom and baby as possible.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Life Care promises us that we are looked after and taken care of properly.
If I didn't have Life Care, I would be probably scared to death about having enough money for when I got older or when I got sick.
Moving in here was an easy decision and in fact a no-brainer. I looked at it as actually buying long-term care insurance and in retrospect a good move.
One of the things that convinces me that we did the right thing is no matter what happens, we will constantly be taken care of.
The whole thing is just vital because you don't have to be worried about what's ahead for you. It's there, it's in black and white, and that's reassuring.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And before we break for the weekend, this week, Governor Pete Ricketts thanks Nebraska National Guard soldiers from the Scottsbluff-based 1057th Military Police Company for their service during a visit to the Middle East. The governor spoke to soldiers at Camp Arif Jan Army Base in Kuwait to celebrate a rare occurrence, one Nebraska team transferring its command to another Nebraska detachment. The Scottsbluff-based team of the 1057th Military Police deployed back in October, and now as they return home, the Kearney-based dispatch of the 1057th is carrying on their mission. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.